Hi. Weird. Hello. Not sure who's here. Oh, hi, Jody. How are you? I am doing this live off of this new computer thing that my friend gave me, and it's really strange. I noticed it's like zooming in automatically on me, and yeah, it's really interesting. So I don't know, the color looks kind of weird on my screen. I hope it looks okay for you guys, but yeah, new setup, trying this out. But yeah, so either way, I'm just in the studio. I thought that I would pop on because I'm finishing up 2 Taisteals, and it's been a while since I've gone live, so I thought that I would come say hello. Let me, oh yes, definitely a darker, it's so weird how it automatically moves like this. It's definitely darker. I don't really know how to change that, so I apologize for the coloration of the video. But hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So good to see everybody. So I'm just reading your comments here. Hi, friends. Oh, traffic jam. Awesome, Shauna. That sucks. Hi, Jill. Hi, everybody. Okay, so just to catch everybody up, I'm filming from a new computer setup thing. It's really strange. Watch it, like, it follows me and it zooms in on me, and the coloring's a little weird, so it's going to be a different type of video, but we'll see how it goes. I was just in here working on 2 wide Taisteals, and I thought, why not go live? Brandon's at work, so nobody's interrupting the internet. So this is one of the prints that I just got in that I'm using. This is by Cloud9. I love it. It's a really awesome mushroom print. And then I'm also using this really pretty, like rusty pinkish for another Taisteal. And then they're both black and brown. One's black on top and brown on the bottom, and the other one is vice versa. So yeah, I figured I would pop on and say hi. Let's see. Hi, Susan. Thank you. Hi, Faye. Thank you, Karina. Yeah, it's a weird camera. It's definitely strange. I've never used it before. This is my first time using it. It's a portal camera that Brandon's coworker had at his house, and he just moved out and gave it to me. But it's just a strange camera, how it just like moves and stuff. But whatever, we'll see. If we don't like it, then we can just go back to old school and use the cell phone. But how's everybody doing? I hope that you're all doing great. Seemed like there was a pretty good response to the 12 Days of Christmas. I'm really happy that you guys enjoyed that. That was a totally random thing. I didn't have plans for that. It just kind of popped in my head one day, and then I sat down and made a list and shockingly made it happen. But yeah, it seemed like you guys dug it, so I'm happy to hear that. It's great other than the dark background. Yeah, I'm not sure how to change that. Let's see. If I lighten my screen on my computer, it lightens it up. But yeah, it's just overall, it's kind of it's got a high contrast, and I don't want to start poking around on this because knowing me, I'll end up disconnecting us. So I got, some people have seen it, or if you watch my 12 Days of Christmas, then you saw it, but my little zipper overlays. I'll be restocking them soon. But yeah, if you haven't seen them, this is what they look like. So it's like 7. Let me see. Okay. They're interchangeable. So I don't know where to look. On my phone, I always look to the side, but this up here, the webcam's up here. But so it's 7, 8-inch opening, and then 9-inch. And so they're interchangeable. They have these cool little hooks here, and then it fits into this other side. And then it's upside down. It also has our little mini rivet guide over here. But so I got these made. They're sold out currently, but I will have them back soon. I just thought I'd show you because I haven't done that on a live quite yet, and I'm making zipper overlays, so reminded me. Cheryl, love the 12 Days of Christmas videos. Good. Good, good, good. It's always nice to know that, you know, all the work that you put into something is enjoyed. It would have been sad if I did all that and nobody liked it, but it did seem like a hit, so. Where's my pen? I've got some Christmas gifts floating around too, and I have a couple unboxing. I haven't done an unboxing in forever, but I have a couple boxes back here if y'all are interested. I can show you. I might need to unbox one of them because the zipper tape, I might want to use that in these bags. All right, let's see. Hi, Mary. Lori, all of them were cute. Thank you. You are welcome. Let's see. Karina, got my new brother sewing an embroidery machine today, so I'm a happy camper. Oh, that's fun. I've never really gotten into embroidery. It seems so in depth. You have to really know what you're doing. Linda said, new to watching you, loved your 12 Days of Christmas. Oh, awesome. Welcome. Yeah, well, you will see when I'm live. Well, also in my hey, get off here. Druzy is joining us. Of course, she's over here. In all of my pre-recorded videos, I can be a bit chaotic, and that definitely happens in my lives as well. It's just kind of who I am. But welcome. Happy to have you. I'm really glad that you joined us for 13 Days of Christmas and that you enjoyed it. So I just cut out the zipper overlays, and then I folded. If you've ever made the Taisteal Tote, it has an interior zipper pocket. I'm doing wides, 2 wides. I'm only doing 1 interior zipper pocket on them, and then the exterior slip pocket. But the Taisteal has an inset eyeglass tutorial, which just like in 12 Days of Christmas, that's exactly how I'm going to make it to insert it into the lining. But so before I pop over to the machine, I've got all of my crossbody strap anchors that I need to prep and start doing some edge coating on. So I am going to put a little piece of interfacing in first, just for added stability. So what is everybody up to for Christmas if you celebrate? Are you guys traveling? This Arctic blast that's happening all over the U.S. is so wild. My sister is getting snow right now out in Washington. It is really cold here. It's going to get down to about 10 degrees, I think, on Friday. If you don't know, I live in North Carolina, and it gets cold here, but not like that. I lived in Colorado for many, many years. And we're going to have Colorado temps in North Carolina. And the cold here is different, so I'm not really looking forward to it. Let's see. I love how your camera follows you. Yeah, this thing is weird. It's so strange. It's a portal, so I think it's like a Facebook computer. And yeah, this dude just like had it laying around, so he gave it to me, but it's strange. It'll be interesting when I swap sides to go sew. I don't know how it's going to work because it's like a big thing. Like it's basically a tablet attached to a post, and it swivels. Linda said in Michigan it's 15 right now. Let's see, here it's 45. So yeah, we're quite a bit warmer than you up there. But that's why I don't live in Michigan. See, Joni said, I'm in Southern California. It's going to be 80 degrees on Christmas. Is that cold? That seems rather warm. All the kids are home for Christmas. Oh, that's awesome. Low tonight. -32. Katie, geez, where do you live? That's high tomorrow is -18. No way. I remember that in Colorado. That's one time we were walking downtown. It was snowing. It was beautiful. It was very like Winter Wonderland Christmas movie-ish. But it was -18. But it wasn't that bad because it's not cold. Or I mean, it's cold, but it's not cold like it is here. Like here with all the humidity, it's so wet. And so it's just bone chilling here. Colorado with the dry cold, I can do that. 59 here in Vegas. Oh, that seems, well, I mean, Vegas, I always forget Vegas is in the desert, so the deserts get freezing. Yeah, 80. That is very warm. I agree, Joni. I just wasn't sure because, you know, Southern California, it seems like you guys, aren't you always around 80 degrees? Okay. 35 in Maryland. Gross. Katie said we generally have the dry cold. Oh, Montana. Oh, gosh. Yeah, you guys started getting snow a while back. I have a girlfriend that lives in Kalispell, and she posted snow like around Halloween, which in Colorado, we would get our first snow around then too. But following my friend's pictures out there, it seems like it just started snowing in Durango where I was at. All right, so I'm on my last strap connector here. I just added a piece of Decovil Light on the back of one side, and then I'm using 1/2 inch double stick tape. And now I'm attaching the remaining, oh, come on, can't get my tape off. But now I'm attaching the remaining strap anchor. And I'm just going to sew around all 4 corners, and then I will start edge coating so that they're dry by the time I get to this part of the bag. I just recently started using Tex 70 and Tex 45 thread. I started playing around with it. So that's what I'm going to be using tonight. Hopefully it doesn't give me any guff, which it probably will since I'll be sewing live. Why wouldn't it? And with that, I'll be using a size 16 needle. But I did just order some size 18, so I want to try those out sometime. But they're in one of those boxes that I have to do the unboxing for. All right, Brooke. Hi, Brooke. Brooke is one of my new patrons on Patreon. Thank you. Brooke said we were trying to beat the storm in PA. Snow starts tomorrow. Yep, I was actually just talking to my cousin. She lives in Pittsburgh now, and we were discussing the weather. Chuck said Yuma, Arizona temp is 68, recouping from a new knee. Oof, goodness. Let's see, bracing for a new hip on the 11th. My mom just had a full hip replacement, Chuck, too. Just got used to my knee lift with Nate. Goodness, you are falling apart out there. It's a good thing you're in that nice arid climate, so you don't have to deal with, I mean, it'll be cold, but, you know, here with the bone chilling, it aches, which I don't know, it might still ache. Brooke said, will you be using Tex 70 in the bottom too? Yes, I've been using whatever thread I use in the upper, I always match it in the lower. Otherwise, I find that I get uneven stitches. Jill said, I can't wait to see how the 45 works. Well, yeah, the 45 is easier to sew with than the 70 because the 70 is thicker. But now I'm kind of getting accustomed to the 70 and the look of it. It's so dramatic. Let me see. I started working on these panels last night. And so with the black and brown, I'm using beige thread. As you can see, if you can see the coloring, obviously, is so bad in here. Even with how dark the coloring is, you can see just how vibrant the thread is. And now I understand why people tie their threads off when they're making like tall wallets and triskells, because with this thick thread, it's so much easier. With the Gutermann Mara 120 thread, I really love it. It's really nice, but it's just extremely thin. So if you pull on it trying to knot it a bunch, it can snap and break. But this stuff is really strong. Hi, Liz. Merry Christmas to you, too. Hawaii. Gosh, we were all just talking about how freezing it is. You come in here bragging. Just kidding. Let's see. Shauna says, you're told there's a Christmas video caused me to place a big order of cork. Sorry. All right. So Brooke said I have a new Juki. Haven't tried Tex 70 yet. Don't use your thread cutter. You can. I've gotten away with it a few times, but it doesn't make it happy. All right, so I'm gonna swivel. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not gonna swivel yet. Need to get my pockets figured out before I turn and go sew. Okay, so I sewed the two panels. Those are parts of the two separate. It's one side of the panel for both bags, and then I have the other two panels here. But this is the side that's going to have the slip pocket. So I laid my two pieces together already, but I need to lay my pockets on top before I go stitch. If you've never made the Taisteal, this is the really fun slip pocket that's in the front. You see, I've got one back here I can show you. But the reason I love it so much is the way that I designed it. When the bag is just normal, it is hidden, but kind of. It just seems like it's hidden. I'll just show you. I love this one. I made this one recently. But so here's the front of the bag, and you can kind of see the hidden pocket here. But this is the slip. But so it sits really, really nice and flush with the front panel here. So when there's nothing in it, especially, you almost have to know that it's there because it looks just like the back with the way that it's designed. But this is one of my favorite. This is the tall Taisteal. I'm working on the wides now, but this lining fabric is one of my new favorites. Gosh, the color is skewing so bad. But this is the Eco Luxe cork, and then the Golden Slate Waves with black, and then it's like black and pink flowers down in here. And then I did a contrast bottom on this one. Oh yeah, here's the wide. This is the size I'm working on now. And so here's the front pocket. And this bag just got back from Quilt Market, but this is an unreleased fabric by, I think it's Rashida Coleman in her new line, and it's so pretty and pink, and it's got a lot of mustard in it, and it's so pretty. But this is what the inside of the bag I'm working on now is going to look like too. Okay, pockets. I need. So I wish I could make it zoom out so you guys could see what I'm doing down here. I will try. Hold on 1 second. 10 goes here. All right. So I need clips. I had to rearrange everything to make room for this camera. Here it is. So in order to do this pocket correctly, you have to, on the side where you're clipping it together, you drape the pocket pieces off of the bottom of it. I don't know how to make it zoom out so you can see what I'm doing, but let's see if I swivel you there. But so I'm going to hang them off the panel like this, away from the main panel. And I need to make sure, because my print is directional. This one goes up top yet. You can hear the neighbor's dog barking. So if my dogs start to bark, I apologize. Is that right? Yep. Okay. Got the one done. I'm going to take my, what are these things called? I can't remember. Oh, my Sew Tights. And I will attach them to hold this in place. All right, Have to do this other panel. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it, but I give you all of the measurements in the pattern of how far to overlap and all of that. Once you figure out this process with the front pocket, I mean, it's very confusing at first. Once you figure it out, you kind of, you pick it up and you can do it without having to try so hard. It zooms out when you lean into the camera. Oh, yep. Can you make that in quilting cotton? Mary, so you can, but not the way that I have the front pocket designed. It has two raw edges on the inside of that slip pocket. So you would have to make the panels a little bit wider and then fold it under twice before attaching them. I think I've never made it without quilting cotton. I always design for cork and leather and vinyl. So I've never personally tried to do it. I know that it can be done. I've seen people do it, but I have not taken the time to figure out the measurements. But it stands to reason that if you just extend the main panels by about 1/4 inch, right sides together, that whole scenario. Now, if you leave off the front slip pocket, no problem. You can make this out of quilting cotton all day. But the front slip pocket with the raw edge is where you'll run into a problem. I made your slip pocket style the other day. I love it. We'll do that style going forward. Ah, thank you. Yes, I know. That's what I was going for. I didn't want a pocket that gapped open. And I personally don't love like patch pockets or slip pockets that are just stuck on there. I like everything to be very clean and minimal and useful, technical. Jeannie, would it work to use double stick tape on those pocket pieces? I haven't made a Taisteal in a while. When you're just taping or when you're just attaching them like this, yes, but I'm pretty sure because we flip and top stitch in a little bit. Let's see. Let's hold that answer. I'll let you know in a minute once I start sewing them. Hi, Jade. Karina, I did. It worked out fine. Oh, there you go. So it sounds like Karina made one out of all cotton. Let's see. Diane, thank you. Yes, my hair. It's very grinchy. It's very on trend. I'm loving your choice of linings. Thank you, Suzanne. Okay, so now I'm ready to go to the machine. I have both of my panels ready. I have my pockets for my glasses. And I have all 4 of my strap anchors. And I still have to make a crossbody strap, but I'll do that in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to try to swivel you, and we're going to see what happens. Those of you, if you're new, I'm using this new setup. You probably noticed it's like this weird camera that follows me and like zooms in and out. And it's my first time using it, and it's very trippy. So we'll see what happens when I come over here. See my whole studio now. It's such a wide angle. Diane said I tape mine down with painter's tape. That's a good idea. Druzy, she's laying right here. If you could see her, she's going to get mad when I start sewing because the bags are so big. They're going to definitely lay on top of her. What are you doing? Yeah, the only thing with these size 16 needles, the eye on them, I feel like is a little smaller, which is why I got 18s, because I noticed sometimes the thread will get, I mean, it's really easy to thread through the eye, but sometimes it'll kind of get backed up. The thread will get caught and it'll start peeling the fibers back. And then I use a much longer thread. I use a 4 to 4.5, or not thread, but stitch length. I use a 4 to 4.5 when using this thread. This is another tricky part of sewing the Taisteal is that when you're sewing over these pockets, you can't feel or you can't see the edge, the main panel edges because the pockets are in the way. So you just have to really take your time and feel it so that it doesn't get really wonky and I can kind of feel it. Mine's getting wonky, but that way it's not wavy when you flip it around. I do feel like it. That's not too bad. Okay. So now, once you have it sewn like that, you have to. We're gonna stitch our seams open up here. You're gonna butterfly it, so just like a finger press really well first. Okay, so I think to answer the question from earlier about using tape, I think it would work as long as if you were taping the lining to the main panels, that would definitely work. Now that is something else I've noticed about this thread. Because it is so much thicker, it actually skews the butterflied seam a little bit because it makes it sit up higher than the really thin thread. So that's something else I'm getting accustomed to sewing with the thread. And then of course I'm using tan thread on black and brown, so it's very contrasting, it's very obvious. So if I mess up, you're gonna see me pull my stitches out. Pretty sure the sew along video for this is in black and brown, and I had a really hard time top stitching, and it was hope I can redeem myself. When you're doing this, you just want to be really careful not to pull on the panels either. Let's see if I can move you where you're in front of me so you can see what I'm doing more. But you don't want to pull on the panels because if you do that, then it's going to stretch the cork out and it's going to make it wavy. You can kind of see what I'm doing now. I don't know. We'll try that. If it's not good, I'll move it back. That's pretty good. It's nice and straight. Let's see if we can keep it up. The seam roller would come in handy to butterfly those seams. Yeah, I have one. I just never use it. I just always use my finger. Creepy the way your camera moves. I know, Diana. It's so weird. And I keep forgetting when I move, I keep thinking I'm going to have to come back into the frame, and I don't have to because it just follows me everywhere. Okay. Excuse me, geez. So this is what it looks like. Excuse me, I don't know what just happened. Got to tickle my throat. Here's from the back. So it looks pretty good now. And then to finish the pocket, you just take the top panel, because so here's the top panel, and you fold it down. And the measurements make it meet up perfectly with the bottom. Excuse me, guys. And then now what we need to do is finish off our exterior pocket by sewing down the side, across the bottom, and back up to the top. And then I have to, I don't know what is going on with my throat. It's like, it hurts. And then we're going to finish off the straps. Okay. I don't die first. I don't know about y'all, but I've been having a really hard time with my sewing recently. Not necessarily like the physical act of sewing, but just like not wanting to sew. I don't know if it's because of the weather, the cold, the darkness, the time change. I just have not been wanting to sew recently. So these bags have taken me forever to get done. I've never had, oops, just use my thread cutter. I've never had like seasonal depression or anything like that before. So it's like weird for me to be in a funk right now. I don't know what it is, but whew, this year just seems colder and darker and yuck. And I know today is the winter solstice. Thank goodness. So happy solstice to everybody. Okay, now I need to stitch down my straps, because if you've ever made this pattern, you know it's very, very enticing. You really want to stitch these down before you stitch your two panels together, but it makes this process of the pocket so much harder. So I tell you in the pattern, don't do it. You go against your better judgment and don't do it, because it's a trust the process situation. But so these are still just willy-nilly. So I need to sew these down. And so I kept long tails. She can't see until it zooms back out. But I kept long tails, and I will pull them to the back and tie them. Let's see. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Teresa. Linda. Yeah, it does. It follows me. It's creepy, the camera. I always glue those, else I mess up. Hi, Rita. Karina, what happened to the industrial machine? It's right here. Right there. I have my serger out. I made my niece a tutu yesterday, so I got my serger out. But I already sent it, so I can't show you. But yeah, I have the machine here. I have the new servo motor. I have a bunch of thread. I have needles. I have all sorts of stuff for it. I just have to install the servo motor, and I just haven't done it yet. But she's here, clean, waiting to be put into action. Oh, see, it's doing it to my thread right now. It's like sometimes it just gets a bird's nest in the needle. Come on, you should come out. Okay, so we got one side done. I need to rethread. Okay, and we're heading into summer, so it's going to be really hard to get into sewing. I've got a huge market in February with hardly any stock. I have just not even been wanting to do markets at all. I only did a couple Christmas markets. I've got a bunch of stock still, but whatever. I have a couple shops that I'm in now, so I've just been restocking them with my stock as things sell. And then, of course, what I really want to do next year is focus on teaching. So hopefully I won't have to bend. And I have a few patterns up my sleeve. I know I always talk about writing patterns, but Lauren can attest. Writing patterns is really hard, so time consuming. But I do have a couple new patterns that I want to put out this next upcoming year. Okay, so here is my other panel. See this side, I haven't tied these threads off yet, so they're still hanging. The camera, I can't beat the camera, so just have to show you in pictures. God, that thing is all over the place. I don't think it knows what to focus on. Oh, that's what we call a thread pillar. Yes, that's exactly what it's doing. That's a great term for it. Let's see. Witchy Aunt Lana, I don't know how you pronounce your name, but yes, thank you. I need some encouragement right now. I don't want to sew. So I figured if I got on live, it would keep me focused. All right, so I'm just repeating all of that on the second panel here. A little wonky. Oh, I love this fabric so much. Mushrooms. This bag is going to a little girl. Her mom and I used to be really, really tight when she was younger. She's 18 now, or she's turning 18 soon, but I knew her when she was 2 years old. I just don't understand where the time has gone. Brooke said, could you please go over how you attach the pocket pieces again with this next side? Oh, how I sewed them together? So I had my exterior top and my exterior bottom right sides together with the handle hanging out of the bottom here. And then I put the exterior pocket top and exterior pocket bottom draped. Their edges were overhanging the edges of the main panels, the exterior, but they hang away. And that's what makes this work. They have to be hanging away. We're not doing it where they're all in the same direction. Is that your question? Let me know what more questions you have. Diane, new patterns. Yeah, gosh. I actually now, because I procrastinated so long in 2022, I do have a few patterns that I want to do, but gosh, just writing patterns, it's very time consuming. Rita, what industrial did you get? I've had this industrial for a while. This was my grandfather's. He passed away several years ago, but it is a Conso 205-1, RB1, 206 RB1. So it's like an old machine, but it's hefty, and it works as is. Jersey, please excuse me. It works as is, but the motor, it's just so intimidating, and so I've just been keeping stuff on it for a really long time, and I finally got up the gumption to clean it and oil it and play with it not too long ago. But that's as far as I've gotten. It's back to being a collector, a table collector. Give me a thread. I noticed that these big spools, the thread gets caught underneath them, and then it pulls and applies a lot of tension. And I think that's when I get the thread issues. The thread of pillars. All right, so I'm just going to butterfly these seams open and stitch. And I just keep my hand underneath. I'll fall out of my chair. I keep my hand underneath and keep the butterfly going. That way to avoid pulling on the panel like that. And there's really no graceful way to do this, so just go do it. Sorry, can I angle you guys down more? So I thought I might be able to move that to the lower level. We can see what happens when I do that. I don't know what it'll focus on down here. Oh, not what we want it to. Yeah, I'm gonna push you guys back up. Need to figure out like a 2-camera system, because this is cool to have like as a wide angle shot, but then having like a detail shot, having a camera down here would be really cool. All right, looks pretty good. Okay, so this one looks good too. So I'm just gonna finish the pocket. So now the pocket looks like this. It's facing away from each other. Then you just pull this pocket side down and line up your edges, and then we're gonna clip and stitch and close up this pocket. And then you'll see when we go back over to the other side, I'll unpick stitches. Oh, that'll be interesting with, because I totally did not baste my stitches, but it's like at a 4 already. Druzy, come on, go, go, go. Sorry, you're just hearing me think out loud. But you'll understand the pocket more once I unpick the stitches. Got that closed up. And then now to complete this panel, we need to sew our straps down. Lena. Okay. Aunt Lena. I never know how to say aunt. Will you be attending Sew Magical Expo in Tennessee in June? Yes. As of now, I am slated to do that. The only one that I'm not doing Texas. I really waffled on that one, and then I dragged my feet. So I'm not doing that one. Rita. It's funny. it flagged your comment, Rita, because you said the A word, but I like that. So, Jersey, speaking of A words, she just keeps trying to show hers to you guys. And is your needle too small? No, so what's happening is the thread gets caught under the bottom piece here, and then it pulls. And then so it has too much tension coming from up here, and it's like slicing the thread almost. Jersey, don't be showing your butt to all these people. I decided not to tie off. I'm just back stitching now. It is nice that you can tie off this big thread though. All right. So we're done with all that. This is what it looks like from the back now. I don't know what it's showing it. There we go. It's going to zoom out now. That's annoying. But yeah, you can see like the way that I started, I did a little L. I'm so sorry it's bouncing around like crazy, but I sewed a little L down and around. And I like to do that whenever I'm doing my Taisteal interior pocket or exterior slip pockets. Okay, so while I'm over here, I'm just going to finish up this detail work. So I need to top stitch my glasses case. Cool. Ran out of bobbin thread. It's awesome. That is the one thing about using this thread in the bobbin. These bobbins on these domestic machines aren't as big as industrial machines. So the thread does run out relatively quick, which that's kind of annoying. But now I can read some comments. So let's see. Okay, And now you've mentioned them will all be on your case. Get them out. Oh, the patterns, yeah. You see how peer pressure works on me? It doesn't. Let's see. She's saying hi. Welcome to my house. Oh, the kitty. Yeah, she definitely thinks she rules the roost in here. That's the other thing with this type of thread too, is if you don't hold on to the bobbin, it'll start to unwind because it is so thick. So you have to really hold on to it, and then you can lock it in. And I'm just going to go ahead and make another bobbin. Oh, I already have another bobbin made. Okay, well, whatever. All right, let's see. Patty, love your tutorials. Thank you. Hi, Terry. How are you? Jeannie, I have put glasses cases in other bags. I love those. Yeah, they're super fun. I like the little addition of them, the detail of them. Jersey, you say hello to everybody? Say hello. Here we go. Brooke, my daughter and I are going to SME in Tennessee too. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I had a lot of fun at the Orlando one. I'm sure Nashville will be super fun. I haven't been back to Nashville in forever. My husband Brandon just went on a little friends trip, and they had a really good time. But yeah, so I'm excited to go back to Nashville and see all of y'all, see all my sewing buds. I will be on the cruise. I'll be teaching on the cruise. That'll be fun. And I don't like to plan super far out, but I would imagine that I will be back in Orlando next September as well. I suppose I should talk to Kayla about all that. I'm teaching the Gallivanter on the cruise. I don't remember what pattern I chose for Tennessee. I think I chose something different though. I'll have to ask and find out. But for next Orlando, hopefully I'll have a new pattern out by then. Sew the new one up. Okay, got all that done. So now we're going to swivel back over to the other side and do the next part. Ooh, sorry, Drizzy, looking grumpy as ever, aren't ya? He's a mean girl. Okay. My thread snips. Good. Let's see. Hi, Kelly. Jeannie, is the new pattern a bag or a wallet? Well, I have both that I've been carrying and testing out, which, I mean, I told you guys that on a different live forever ago, because I have several, Jersey, turn around. I have several ideas. I just never actually get to writing them. But my hope is that I'll be forced to write them because I won't be vending as much and I will need to make some money. So, yeah, so hopefully I will be getting those out. But yeah, I have like a bigger wallet that I showed on a live this year sometime. It holds like 12 cards, but it's really nice and slim and it's cork. And it's not recessed card slots, which is different. You know, normally I do the recessed. So this is kind of a layering situation, so it's a little bit easier for beginners. Just takes more cork, which is why I like to do recessed card slots. But some people get really nervous about this. And then this other one is just a little guy. I've got one right here I could show you. I've been carrying one, but I haven't put them out for sale yet, which is why I haven't really done the or decided which pattern I want to write, because I like to see what people's response is when I'm vending, so I can see if it's, you know, going to be a cool wallet. But so, hey, thank you. So this wallet, so it's just like my slim bifold, but it's just thicker on the inside, so it incorporates the snap And so the snap is great for coins or whatever you need it for, Drizzy. And then it has it has 3 card slots that hold multiple cards, and then you can put stuff under both sides. And then the big thing with this one is on my slim bifolds, there's no cash slot. So this, I designed it to have a cash slot. And then so it's a little bit thicker because it has the snap in it. And then on this one, I quilted the exterior, which I think is just a really fun little detail. Okay, Drizzy, come on. Okay, get some stuff out of the way before I knock it down. I need to add tags to these before I forget, because I will. And I want to get some edge coating going on these guys since it takes so much. And when I'm doing lives, the silence drives me nuts. Before I came online, I was listening to a podcast. I love listening to podcasts. And then I was like, oh, I'll go live. But it's just like my own voice the whole time. I wish you guys could chime in. So right now I'm just pulling my threads through to the other side so I can tie them off. Lori, have you ever thought of doing Zoom classes? I did one with a quilter and it was lots of fun. You know, whenever I taught locally in Shelby, I had a couple folks ask if I could live stream it. And I hadn't thought about it until that was brought up, but I have been thinking about doing a class. I guess it's just a situation where I don't know what I would teach. I guess I would have to figure out what you guys would want, but I definitely would do it. I think it would be super fun. Should have just backstitched on this one. I'm glad I didn't, or I'm glad I backstitched on all the rest of these so I don't have to sit and tie. Okay. Okay, so these are the other panels that I did yesterday. I want to add some rivets to the straps. Oh, Jersey, she just came in hot. I want to add some rivets up here and then down here. So I'm going to do that before I move on, because if I wait, it's going to get harder once I construct the bags. Oh, but I also got to focus. I got to do my base coat. Jersey. She is like in a mood right now. She normally just like hides in my room all day. Okay. Well, I've got this out. I'm going to do my overlays at the same time. What are you doing? Diane, gotta go. Have an awesome break, everyone. Ow, it's got a hip pain. See you in 2023, Nicole. Awesome. You too, Diane. Thanks for tuning in for a little bit. All right, let's see, what's next, what's next? Okay, rivets. I've got all of this going. And I need to also pop open the pockets on these, the front pockets. Where? Here it is. Oh. So I'm just going to do one rivet at the top to add reinforcement, and then also a rivet down here. And that will be enough reinforcement, I think. Let's use a different one. I'm only going to do one rivet. My little zipper rivet template is for it's a twofer. All right, so mark there. We got a new neighbor. They just let their dogs bark outside. Kind of drives me bonkers. It's just a little cute little doggy. And so his bark is like really yippy. And thankfully, my dogs have finally gotten used to it. They used to pitch a fit every single time they heard it. And our dog barks are way bigger and louder. So I'm glad that they don't react to it very often, but still drives me bonkers. But our dogs aren't great either. Joppa has learned to jump the fence, so he's been doing that a lot recently, even though we replaced the whole portion that he was getting out at. He tonight jumped the fence, and he jumps into our other neighbor's backyard and gets stuck over there. Then they have to come over and get us. It's the whole thing. Yeah, he hadn't done it in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then he did it today. So my dogs are no angels either. Alrighty. Oh, so I got this new die set. Let's try that out. I can remember where I put it. I got a hole punch die set. Ow. Just broke my nail. That's no fun. So many little hiding spots in my studio. I don't even know where I put it. Yeah, I only used it once, and I haven't used it like on a bag yet. I just used it, I was playing around with it. But I got it for this purpose, for whatever a bag, when I have to roll a bag in order to get my hole punch up there. This has more room to move around in. But where did I put it? Here. I specifically remember putting it into a cup. I don't know. Oh. Except it wasn't a cup at all, it was a drawer. Let's try it. Let's see how it works. Let's see. Oh, okay, you guys are. The camera just moves on its own. Yeah, so this is this new setup. It's a portal camera. It's a big tablet that's attached to like a post. And this is my first time using it, and it's very weird. But yes, it just follows me everywhere. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So it's got a sharp point on one end, and then it has this side that screws into the top that also has a little hole right here. And so these, you know, fit together, and then they poke the hole, and then all the little scraps pop out of this hole here. So it works on scraps really well. So we'll see how it works with all of these layers. Kind of want to try it on a scrap again first. I don't want to ruin a bag. I should have gotten a smaller hole. I think I got a 2 mm, maybe a 3. It doesn't seem that bad. I mean, it fits the rivet post in perfectly, so that's good. It just seems like a bigger hole than what I'd normally punch with my handheld, but let's try it. We'll layer it up. So this has 1, 2, 3 layers. Oh, yeah, went right through. All right, let's go for it. Oh, I guess the only thing is like lining it up. I hadn't really thought about that. It would be easier if the point was on the top so I could see exactly where it was going to go. Oh, it just doesn't. Oh, that's good. All right. Pretty good. I don't know if you can see the holes right here and right here. Oh, booger is sharp. That's for sure. I don't know if you can hear it. It's going right through. Cool. I'm going to try putting the rivets in before we do all the 4 bags. All right. I'm going to add a little spacer on the back of these rivets here. Just fine. Now I'm hyper focused on the camera. That's amazing. Such a great picture. Oh, cool. Yeah, it seems like it's a little dark, the screen, on my end, but because this is my first time doing anything on this tablet, I didn't know what it was going to show up like. And so now once we're done, I can tweak the picture a little bit to try to be a little brighter. But yeah, it's weird because I feel like I have to move to stay in frame, and I don't have to. It's just going to follow me. Okay. So right now I'm just putting little spacers, which is just 2 extra pieces of cork on the back of these rivets, just to give it more girth for the post. Oops. Just spit a little bit on my table. Yeah, I think I might see if I can get a smaller punch size. It does seem just slightly larger. I mean, it's working just fine, but I'm just so used to the width of the punch, the hole that I punch not being slightly larger than the post thickness, so it allows for a lot of movement. But let's try it, and then we'll make an educated decision. That's the only thing about having different dies for a rivet press, though. You gotta constantly switch them out. Making the little snap wallets from one of the 12 days of Christmas. When I make a bunch of those, it's, you know, I batch sew based on the color of thread that I'm using, but it can become a pain in the butt to constantly switch the die sets out. Which I know, first world problems for sure. Not trying to sound like I'm complaining. But that looks pretty good. There's all my little spacers on the back. And then here it looks from the front. Works all right for me. Okay. Do all these other panels now. All right, let's see. Brooke, what size rivet do you mostly use? 7 by 7 usually, 7mm by 7. That tends to be my go-to. I do have, I think they're 8 or 9mm too. I like the slightly wider cap, but I still stick with a short post, so like 7 or 6. So short post and a wider cap for if I'm doing like thick straps and stuff like that. I have just like a beefier rivet. But I find that the 7 by 7 is pretty, it looks good on most everything. Yeah, so to figure out where you are on this thing, you just have to feel like I'm just putting my thumb. Oh, where are you going? I wonder if it picked up. Is it my ghost might be back? The camera picked up on the ghost. You have to feel with your thumb where the little spike is underneath this down here. So that's my only beef with this. Other than that, it works really well. I was pretty trepidatious because the die sets aren't cheap. I think it was like $35 or something. So I, of course, read all the reviews and talked myself out of it like 6 months ago. And then I think I was making a range backpack on the back panel and just, I always have to like curl the top of the backpack down and it creases the cork. And so I finally just went for it. This is definitely a cool press. I think I just went a little bit too wide and then just can't see where you're going to poke the hole. Okay. One of those. Hi, Jamie. I'm sad you won't be at So Magical Texas. I know. I was trying to like work it out with Fabric Funhouse. We were going to try to go, but it was like a space issue for Fabric Funhouse to bend, and then I was going to teach, and then I dragged my feet on that turning in my teaching form, and then it was just too late. Oh yeah, now I need to get oh shoot. Let's do this. One thing I don't like about this camera is that I wonder if I can like work it out to where it has a bigger range where it doesn't follow me so closely. So then you could see my table. Right. I got the 2mm hole rivet die, and that works well. Yeah, I thought that's what I got was 2mm. I could have changed at the last second. I'm pretty indecisive. Let's see, Barb. I was going to ask if Brandon is filming you because the camera's moving. Nope. I remember from one of your other lives that they are called spirits. Yes. Haven't had any interaction since that night, which I don't want to freak myself out, but I don't really think there's spirits living in my house, but sometimes weird stuff does happen. In Salvador, my orange cat will just walk around like yowling in the middle of the night. And so maybe he's talking to somebody. I don't know. He does it all the time. He's very, very consistent with his conversations. I don't know who he's talking to, though. And what kind of fabric are you using, Beautiful Brown? This is cork. So I'm doing a white Taisteal. It is brown cork and black cork. I'm doing two of them at the same time, and they are opposite colors. They're both brown and black, but one's brown on the bottom, the other one's black on the bottom. They are both Christmas gifts that were ordered within the last couple days, so I guess I'm not procrastinating that bad. They also procrastinated ordering them. It just so happened that they both wanted the black and brown bag with Granada handles, so here we are. And after this, I'm officially out of black cork until I order more. Yeah, this brown cork is super, super pretty. I love the black and brown together. It's a nice combo, which just in my everyday life, I wear a lot of black and brown together. There's another chocolate brown that I've never seen before in person that I bet is really pretty. Do you sell that cork? I do not sell cork. Nope. I only sold cork at So Magical because I needed something to take up my vending table. But I get all my cork from Fabric Fun House, which there is a link in the description box with a coupon code for 10% off your first order. So that is the cork that I use. And yeah. Rita, mine has the pointy bit on top so you can see where you're punching. Oh, do you have a Can Snaps press? Because this is Gold Star. I wonder if that's the difference. Can you repeat where you got the templates for the overlays with interchange? So, Laura, those are mine. I designed them. I just placed another order for them, so you can sign up for restock notices or notifications on the listing. And that's on my website under the acrylic tab template. And it's called the zipper overlay, interchangeable zipper overlay. But yeah, so I have the order out. I'm waiting on them to be made and shipped. So, but if you sign up for those email notifications, it'll let you know as soon as I get them back in stock. They're handy little buggers. I really didn't think they'd be that popular. I don't know why. Just imposter syndrome is really getting me this month, I think. So I didn't order that many, and they sold out pretty quick, which is, you know, makes a gal feel good. All right, Fabric Funhouse ships fast. Yes, they do. Quick and fast. They are the best. Lori, did you know cork bags sell for a lot in Spain? A fellow teacher from Spain was telling me this after she saw mine. She actually knew what the material was, not me telling her. You know, I always have people come up to my table when I'm vending, and they talk about the bags in like Portugal and Spain. Yeah, when I first started making cork bags, the bags overseas were insanely cheap. Not cheap, they were a lot less expensive. I don't want to say cheap because I feel like that insinuates that they're made cheaply. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the cost was a lot less than what we sell them for over here, which obviously makes sense because we have to import the cork. It's really expensive, yada, yada, so on and so forth. But I noticed, I don't know where I was, but I was on one of those sites, one of the same sites that used to sell the pre-made bags and stuff. And the prices are way higher. They're much closer to what we charge in the US now. So I don't know if they just saw that that's what we get for them, or maybe cork has even, you know, gotten more expensive, like everything else in the world during the pandemic, but seems really. Oh, I have to add my tags. I'm gonna forget. I have to do that next before I forget. Because that will make me mad. And I'm gonna actually add my cork tags to these because it looks really cool against the brown and black instead of the branded tags. Okay. Gosh, when you're making 2 bags and they're this big, these bags are giant. It just feels like everything takes forever. So here, okay, so this bag is going to get the mushrooms. All right. Then this bag is going to get the flowers. So you can see the difference. So they're just opposites. Cousins, not twins. Sisters, not twins. Okay, so I need to add my tag. I like to add my tag on the side that has the slip pocket because in my head, that's the front. So I'm going to do that real quick on both of them. Let's see, my Gold Star press came with a 2mm hole die with a point on top. Oh, interesting. I'll have to follow up on that. Because mine's definitely on the bottom. I wonder if they can like, let me just see what size I got. Because if they're both 2mm, I wonder when or why they switched it, or if that's a new thing, or what. When did you get yours? I'm looking for a Gmail. Gold Star. Oh, I got the 3mm. I wonder if that's the difference. Yeah, because even in the picture of this one, it shows the point being on the bottom. Which, of course, you just don't think about it until you're using it. Okay. About 6 months ago, I got the Lauren combo. Okay, I wonder. Yeah, I just got like the regular one. I got mine a while ago, a couple of years. I had it in Colorado and I've been here before. So yeah, at least 5 years ago. Yeah, I wonder if it's just because I ordered the 3mm, not the 2. I guess we'll find out when I order the 2. Okay. To lay out where I want the tags to go. If any of you are in the Raleigh area, I'll be teaching at the Sewing Room in Garner, North Carolina. I'll be doing the Serona that will be, pretty sure that's April 8th and 9th, I'm pretty sure, which I'll get all the details, but we're finalizing everything now. But if any of you guys are close to me there, okay, so this is what it'll look like with my tag on it. But yeah, if you're interested in more info about the sewing room class, you can follow the sewing room online, or just keep an eye out and I'll post more about it. It's a Saturday, Sunday, but I'll be teaching the Sirona both days. So you just have to sign up for one, and it'll be like an all-day sewing day. But you will leave with a completed Sirona. That's the goal. Okay, those are ready to be sewn. So crazy that it follows me. So these are ready to be sewn. Oh, I need to curve. So I want to do the bottom edge of my glasses case. I want to curve it. And I have this, this template from by Piera, which now is Tops and Bobbins, or that template shop, I think. But it's a by Piera template itself, but it has 1/2 inch up to 2 inch rounded corners. And I'm going to use the 1.5 inch. And then so I just curved it right there on the inside, right on this curve, because this open edge is going to go into our seam. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been seeing that template shop is like having, they're fundraising for something right now. I can't remember the details of it, but definitely check out that template shop. I'm pretty sure there's sales or something. There's something happening right now for a good cause, so check them out. That's also the rivet. If I'm doing multiple rivets on like a big long strap, I use this rivet template guide, and this is another by Piera design. People always ask me about this. I do love this one. The other one is just my little guide that I put on here, but if I'm doing like a hefty strap with a lot of rivets, this is what I use. But this is another one. It's by Piera. Pretty sure the rounded corner template and the rivet guide are in the same listing too. Okay, so those are ready to go. I'm going to add another coat of edge coat on my strap anchors. Okay, so Rita has a can. Nice. What kind of materials do you use for linings and pockets? Brooke, I always use, well, I generally use cottons because I really like the pretty designs. And with cork, you know, it's like pretty plain on the outside. I mean, it's pretty because it's cork, but there's not any prints anymore. So I like to have the pop of color on the inside, you know, business in the front, party in the back situation. So I generally always use cottons, and then I have to interface it. But if I'm feeling especially lazy, I will line with waxed canvas or waxed cotton because I won't interface that. And then I haven't really delved into the world of waterproof canvas. I have used it a couple times. Like I did Lauren's summer project box, and I really liked it. I liked how like crisp it was and how it held its shape. But I feel like personally, if I like a more structured bag, so I think it would be fine on the lining on the inside. But as far as doing exterior, interior with just waterproof canvas or waterproof canvas, I would want more structure But I think it has the same, that's the same idea as using the wax canvas as a lining, just so that you don't have to do interfacing. But I haven't really got into it because I have a bunch of wax canvas still, so I haven't dove into the world of waterproof canvas yet because I don't have the space and I don't need another store to shop from. I have plenty of places that I spend way too much money at already. But I will say adding interfacing is so annoying. My husband was sitting in here earlier with me while I was cutting out my linings and my interfacing. And we were discussing how there has to be a better way. I have been really considering getting a heat press for attaching the interfacing, but I'm like really, I'm outgrowing my studio. I just don't have anywhere I could put it right now. Okay, second coat of base coat is on those strap fingers. And then with these, the zipper overlays, I just like to do one coat because I just want to seal the edges. I'm not adding color to those, but you certainly could if you wanted a pop of color around your zipper overlays. It looks really good. So before I go back to the machine, I am going to lay my overlays onto my linings. So I'm going to prep those. So I just like to use 1/4-inch tape on the wrong side of my lining, and I like on the wrong side of my zipper overlay. And I like to put it right down the center. I'll show you once I get it done. So just like that. And the thought process being that I will avoid the tape when I'm sewing. My machine doesn't really get mad at me about it, but I know a lot of machines do. Let's see. Jeannie, are the handle colors golden waves or slate golden waves or something else? The handles are actually, let's see, Fabric Funhouse calls it bark, I believe. I call it Granada because back when I used to buy cork from Portugal, that's what it was called. So that has stuck with me. But it's like the lacy cork. But I think it would be golden slate waves. It just doesn't have the golden in it. It's just like tan waves. But the golden slate is what they would put the foil in. Instead of it being black, it would be the gold foiled. Okay. Oh, the other new thing that I'm using is I have from Cast Iron Handcrafted, her interfacing. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called. But I got, So Fuse Plus. That's what I'm using on this because I wanted to see the structure and the body that it provides in a big bag like the Taisteal. But yeah, so normally I use Decaville Light. I used to use 808 and 809. I'm growing up, y'all. Growing up. Gosh, isn't this print so cute? Look at it. I love it so much. I don't even like to eat mushrooms, but I like to look at them. Okay, so I just need to center and lay my zipper overlays, and then I'm also going to add a woven tag. I think for the 18-year-old, I'll put this one that says may contain spooky shit. Yeah. And then the other one is for my mother-in-law, one of my mother-in-laws. And I'll put the "You look really pretty today" in hers. And I like to just add a little dab of glue on the inside of the woven labels so that they don't shift and move around when I'm sewing. Alrighty then. And I always lay my tag before I lay my overlay onto the lining fabric. Okay. So this is what it'll look like. And now I just need to lay the second one. Use my Cricut Easy Press 9x12 for interfacing. It makes things so much easier. Oh, is that like the handheld square thing? I've been seeing that. Hi, I never catch live, so this is fun. Hello, we're here. Let's see what else. Genie, okay. I'm so glad I caught you live. I love your. Oh, thank you. Nice to have everybody tonight. I think bags and stores have mostly uninterfaced linings. Yeah, I actually have never seen interface linings in the store. No, most bags and stores are like ripstop nylon. It's also like if you look at a bifold wallet in the store, they don't have, generally speaking, like leather wallets or anything raw. It's not the raw edge or the back side. They always do like ripstop nylon, some sort of really, really, really thin fabric, which it feels like ripstop to me. Oh, that is not centered. How did that happen? Fine. It's totally centered. It's so weird how like dimension and depth, it looks incorrect, but it measures correctly. That's got to be off. Yeah. So I got the width, the sides correct, but look how crooked I laid it on there. It's a good thing. It's just tape. Okay, let's try this again. Jersey Quinn. There we go. That's better. Okay, so now we can move back to the machine. I'm really avoiding doing my straps. Let me just do them so they're done. Just gonna make my crossbody straps. I actually need to edge coat the bottoms once they're sewn, so I just need to get them going anyways. I'm just being lazy, which is the name of my game as of late. Jersey. My very first time. Hi, Alice. Welcome, welcome. We are working on Taisteal Totes. I'm using a weird new camera. It follows me everywhere. It's kind of creepy, but yeah, we're giving it a go. Jersey is going crazy with a piece of cork on the floor right now. We're almost halfway there already. All right, Jade, how do you like the soap use? I like it. It has like a nice body to it, which is nice. I have used it in a bag, but I can't remember which one, and so I don't remember how it felt afterwards. But another reason I specifically wanted to use it in one of these bags is because, like I was saying before, my mother-in-law is getting it, so I'll get to see how it holds up over time with a lot of use. Decibel Light and like Decor Bond 808, 809, those are all fine. But you know, on occasion, especially when it's a bag that I have to flip, it will crinkle, and nobody likes a crinkly lining. So when I was talking to, I'm pretty sure Monica from SoFuse, or Cast Iron Handcrafted, she was telling me that it's a good alternative because it doesn't crinkle, which makes sense because it's woven. But yeah, it's got like a nice weight to it. So I'm excited to see how it does on the Taisteal. Generally speaking, though, I don't like lofty interfacings like fusible fleece and things like that. I don't like that. I feel like they're really heavy. I think they're nice to quilt with, but I just as soon quilt with foam because it's super light. I don't want a bag that's going to be heavy on its own because of all of the, you know, our hardware that we use is nice and solid, so the hardware itself is heavy. So I don't want to add to the weight by using a heavy woven interfacing. So I'm really interested to see how it all comes together in the end. It doesn't feel too heavy though, but it feels like it has a nice weight to it, but not a physical weight, just like a, just feels good. But I also still have a boatload of Decibel Light left, and I do still have some 808, so I'm gonna have to work through all that. If I fall in love with this and this one I switch to, it'll just be all my pockets and things will be Decibel. Okay, one down, one to go. Let's see. Hello, all just joined. What are we making? Hi, Kara, or is it Kara? I have a cousin named Kara, spelled just like you. I am making 2 Taisteal totes, white Taisteals, like this big pink and golden back here. They are Christmas orders for people that I know. Lucky for them, because they just placed the orders a couple days ago. And yeah, so I'm working on them at the same time, so everything takes twice as long. And I've been putting off making my straps. I'm forcing myself to do it now. see. Below 0 temps in snowing Minnesota. Yuck. Can you use Decibel light on the bottom of this bag? Sure. I don't see what you mean, like on the bottom of the cork or like on the actual bottom, because it's a box bottom, so there isn't really like a bottom pattern piece, but you could do an accent like I did on this one. I just did it. Ooh, holy moly. You see this black accent that I did, and I put probably Decibel under this, but it has it, so it gives it like a really nice sturdy bottom, which is nice in this bag considering it's, you know, good work bag. But so now it stands up on its own, whereas the way that I originally designed the Taisteal, it is a work bag, so it's just like kind of floppy. But yes, you could totally add Decibel to this and do a structured bottom. Okay, let's see. Yes, this is cork. Thank you for answering that. Kara said that she is in Chicago and blizzard warning too. I know this Arctic blast. My sister's been getting snow all day out in Washington. And somebody crashed into a pole in front of their neighborhood, and so they were actually out of power almost all day yesterday. And I just can't imagine. It'd be so cold in your house. Second strap done. Now we can finally get back to sewing. Let me check the comments real quick. Jade, I agree. I don't want a heavy bag and heavier when things are added. Exactly. Love to watch it. Oh, thank you, Cara. Cara, you're gonna have to correct me. God, that tickles back in my throat now. Okay. I forgot your sister was in Washington. Yeah. I started using Schmetz Super Universal non-stick needles with my cork. Oh, interesting. I've not heard of those. Jeannie, on patterns where I have cotton and cork on the exterior, I use Sew Fuse Plus, and it gives the cotton a better weight and body and combines well with the cork. Oh yeah, I can totally see combining Sew Fuse with cotton and cork on the exterior. That makes a lot of sense, weight-wise. Thickness, weight, whatever. What have you? Okay, flip you back over. Hopefully you don't fall. Truthy, you're on camera. No, don't come over here. Stay. Stay over there. I wish there was a way that I could angle it. Oh, Truthy, to where you could see the sewing machine. So just sewing around that curved edge on the glasses case so I can get these finished up, and then whenever I add the linings or sew the linings together, the next step, I will put this in the seam. Last time I made a Taisteal, I forgot to do that. It was very sad. gonna try one more angle. Problem is this tablet is heavy. So if I lean you too far, it's just gonna fall over. Seems okay. Okay, come on down. Druzy, you have to move. That's a little better. So work in progress, right? So first time. I just know that my bobbin is going to run out while making this stroke. Don't know where. And then it'll be the minute that I stop checking too. And I'm going to sew the whole freaking strap. There won't be any bobbin thread. I gotta say, I'm shocked I made it through that whole strap. I do love this thread, like on straps, because you can feel it. It has such a nice feel to it. And then on a, like contrasting on a strap, it just looks so good. Okay, one more strap. I'm gonna check my bobbin thread just to be sure. Got a decent amount. Let's see, can I make it through one more strap? I don't know. I think I'll just do my zipper overlays and then switch my thread. Let's see. Is that pattern available on your website? Yeah, I actually put a direct link in the description box below. It's called the Taisteal. It comes with 2 sizes, the tall and the wide. Christy says, happy solstice. Happy solstice. I got your stickers last week and I love it. Oh, good. I'm glad you like them. Linda said, did I hear you mention teaching classes on a cruise? Where can I find more info on that? That is the So Magical Expo cruise that's happening in May of next year. So Magical, the same ones that are doing the show in Texas and Nashville and Orlando are hosting a cruise, and we're going to go to Haiti. We're going to go to Labadee, Haiti, May 4th through the 8th, I'm pretty sure. So you can go to SoMagicalExpo.com. Are you top stitching the straps? Yes, I top stitched the straps. Hello, you made a live. Merry Christmas to you too. I don't know what your name is, but made by mom. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Sherry, what thread are you using? This is a Tech 70. This is from Wawak. But I have some Asaya from Saya Swag too, and they're so good. I'm in love. I got them for my industrial, and then I don't know what happened. I just got a wild hair one day and thought I'll just try it in my Juki. Works great. So you leave the underside raw edge on my strap. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. So on the strap, yeah, what I do is I just fold both raw edges in toward each other, and I do my very, very best to get the edges to meet up. And then when I'm top stitching them, I do the exterior, the outside stitch, and then I go right down the center and I'm stitching right on either side. And if you do this, you can definitely tell, but people don't do that except for us. We do that type of stuff. And if people did do that, I don't even think they would know any different. I used to always do the accent colors on the one side of my strap, but edge coating or putting Mod Podge or glue down the raw edge on them took forever. So just for time's sake, I switched to just folding the raw edges in toward the center and top stitching. And I gotta say, I love it. It also alleviates a lot of weight. So going back to that whole issue. Okay, got all that done except for the one strap. Let's check our bobbin thread now. I mean, still looks pretty good. I am going to swap it though because I have to do 4 whole lines of stitching on that strap, so better safe than sorry. Also, threading this thread is so easy because it holds itself up, which I know you can't see that from there. But so threading it through the needle is super simple. Okay, what did I do with that strap? I'm on the SME cruise in December. Oh, so I haven't. This kind of goes back to what I said before. I don't really like to plan super, super far out. So the way that So Magical, they're like really on top of it. And so they have all of their stuff planned out for the whole year. But I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to feel in December. I don't know how, are they going to the same place? I just don't even know. So I haven't applied for that one. I haven't applied for the So Magical in Orlando either, but I assume I'll be to that one. Just went so far off the rails, holy moly. Whew. Crazy driving there, holy crap. Like some good bonding time with the seam ripper, even though it's not a seam ripper. Okay. I don't know what happened. It's like I was sewed with my eyes closed for a second. Jersey, hey, get off that. Jeez. Go. All right. Okay, 2 straps done. Oh, I just have to sew on my tags. Jersey, please. Hey. Stop. see. Okay, Sherry said Taisteal is my new absolute favorite thread from her sale, right? Yeah, her thread's really nice. Barbie, by the way, loved your 12 days of Christmas. Glad to hear. Brooke, I've never done overlays. Could you talk about what you're doing, please? Yeah, when I go back over there, I'll kind of explain it. I do talk a lot about overlays in several of my other videos. And you should be sure to check out the videos on Patreon because they're ad-free over there. So whenever I'm telling you about the videos, check for them there. But the Taisteal Totes, I have a couple videos and I explicitly go over the overlays and how to install them. The Cami crossbody, the Sirona, and I'm pretty sure in the summer project box I add Drizzy. Hey. I add an overlay. Basically any of my larger bags and the actual sewing tutorials, not so much the lives, I go over it very, very detailed. But I can give you a quick rundown when I go back to the other side. I never thought you could put a big spool of thread like that on the spindles. It doesn't, I mean, work perfect, that's for sure. A big problem that I'm having is the thread's getting stuck down here and it's causing some pulling action. I think what would work great is, you know, they make those like little sleeves that can go over big spindles. And I think that would help. So because the thread is so thick, it starts to unwind and it gets stuck and it gathers. Jill said, thank you for the sonar sticker. You're welcome. I'm going to Orlando with the hopes of seeing. You got cut off there. But yes, Orlando next year. I'm sure I'll be there. Sherry said, I told myself no more colors because I'm out of space, so I gave some other brands to a friend. I agree. I have a bunch of really old thread. I used to only use Aurifil. And I love Aurifil for things like hand piecing and English paper piecing and things like that. But I find in the machine, especially with sewing bags, it was just too thin. So then I started using Aurifil, I think 40 weight. Because I think regular Aurifil that you get at the quilt shop is like 50 weight. So I was using 40 weight, and that was great. I really liked that. And then I started using Gouda Romero 120. I really like that. And then now I'm onto this. So I just keep kind of changing things around and getting thicker and thicker threads and thicker interfaces and everything else. Yeah, sorry, Jade. Camera follows kitty bottoms. That's sorry. Alice said someone asked about the cork from Hobby Lobby. It's the only one I've used, so I don't have a comparison, but I like it. I have not personally sewn with cork from Hobby Lobby. I am going to go out on a limb and say that it's not as nice as the expensive cork from all the cork suppliers that you hear people talk about, only because, as with anything, a big production line, you're going to see quality issues arise. And so also with smaller businesses, they have more quality control and more eyes, personal eyes on their product. And I know for a fact that Fabric Funhouse, the reason that they pulled their prints going forward was because of quality issues. So they make these decisions with the consumer in mind and the end player in mind. That being said, I do think Hobby Lobby cork could be perfectly fine for a lot of things. I think it's all personal preference, really. And cork from the big players that we're talking about is very expensive, so I understand that price can be a hindrance. So, but yeah, I've just always used this quality of cork, so I just wouldn't, because I have a relationship already established with those other companies. But you should give it a try. You should get a small piece and try it out, and then do a comparison and really see. I mean, I could be totally talking out which wouldn't be the first time. Hi, Nova. Let's see, Monalia, hello. By the way, thank you for my Triskel. It is beautiful. I'm so glad you love it. I love how that one came together. Talk about a perfect boxed bottom. I made Monalia, she is here in the group. I made her a Triskel wallet. And, you know, sometimes you make things and they just like really come together well. And that was one of them, shockingly. Sometimes, I mean, even I have issues with the Triskel on the shape sometimes, but that one came together really nice. Katie, I found that looping my thread through both guides on the metal thread thing up top helps with the, I just did that before when it was happening, and so far so good. I think it stops it from like flopping around and getting loose. We cool studio. I saw someone use a knee high as a thread net. Oh, that's cool. Dogs are onto something. That makes sense. Just like cut a little piece of it off. I could totally see that working. Let's see. Katie said also the sleeve, as long as I keep the sleeve down from the cone of the thread. Yes. Literally, yeah, Hobby Lobby course not as good, yeah. My eyesight's going bad. Sheila Eve just popped on. I just want to say thanks again for the 12 days. I made everything ×3 for kids. Oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks for joining. I had a good time doing that. I want to do more series like that, but I'm trying to figure out, obviously everybody loves a free pattern. We all know that. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of like other things that I can do, maybe not monthly, but maybe quarterly, and doing like a set of sew-alongs. Alice, it's good to practice on. I just started with it. Yes, definitely Hobby Lobby is great to practice on. And like Brooke said, I think the biggest difference is that it's thinner. My only thing is I would not use it on anything like a sharp corner, sharp turn. Even the good quality cork will wear on a sharp turn. So I can't imagine how Hobby Lobby or Walmart corks would wear on that. But like a top panel on something, or accents, the cash slot in the Gallivanter or the bifold, I don't see why it would be an issue for those spots. As long as it's not going to be like a main player in the design of a bag or a wallet, I don't see why you couldn't use it as accents. Okay, I think I answered everything, so I'm going to flip back over to the other side, and we're going to assess and see where we're at. Go on. Jersey, go. Go. Have my little 12 days thingy tray. I love this little guy. We have them everywhere. Brandon has a couple in his studio. I desperately need to take my trash out. Okay. Let's get some stuff out of the way. Wow, time flies. I've been on here for like 2.5 hours almost. I'm gonna have to go soon. I'm gonna have to cook dinner. But maybe we can get the outside of the bags together. Okay. That one's good. I need to tie these strings off for my tag. There we go. Scissors. So Brooke, the overlay, just really quick, what I did is I laid it down. I sewed just around the exterior, and then what you do is you slice right down the center and you cut out all the fabric, and then you lay your zipper inside. I'm not gonna have time to finish these panels tonight. Depending on how I feel tomorrow, I might go live again or something to finish the bags, but it'll have to be probably earlier in the day, maybe. But like I said, check out all those other videos. Serona for sure has it. Cami Crossbody has it. My other Taisteal bag tutorials. Check out the sewing tutorials where I break every step down. But they're super fun. I never did them until probably the last year, and now I do overlays on almost every single zipper. Lisa, I used Hobby Lobby cork for, oh, where'd it go? I use Hobby Lobby cork for earrings and an overlay and cork slices for a bracelet. And then Jackie said I purchased Hobby Lobby cork and found that it peeled and cracked. Oh, that's interesting. Not good quality. The tag on what I had said made in China. That is another thing with the big box store cork is it's made in China. It's not made in Portugal and Spain. And that's where it comes from. It comes from those groves. So we're getting it right from the mother's teat when we're ordering it from Spain and Portugal. Okay, I think. What you having for dinner, Sheila? You know, I have been extremely uninspired with basically everything in life recently. So we have re-established our HelloFresh box, and I tell you what, that's been a lifesaver because I'm pretty uninspired when it comes to cooking dinner in general. I have like my dishes that I make that are good, but I get tired of eating the same stuff all the time. So yeah, HelloFresh. So I don't know, it might be curried, curried chickpea patties over rice, or I have a couscous dish, or we have a ravioli with veggies, which it'll probably be that one. I'm feeling pasta tonight. Yeah, HelloFresh, such a good idea. I wish I could get them to sponsor me. That'd be nice. All right, let me put my last coat of base coat down. And that'll be ready for my color on these guys. So we're probably not going to have time to do the mail opening that I was kind of teasing earlier, but I have been saving it to open on camera to show you guys because I got some goodies. And since I'm not going to be doing the linings tonight anyways, I'll film the mail opening tomorrow. And so you can expect that within the next couple days. And then we can see the fun stuff. And then I also have a fun, yeah, I'll just do it tomorrow. You'll see. Filming tutorials and videos also, it just adds so much time like this. You know, I've been on for almost 2.5 hours exactly. And if I wasn't online, which I haven't even really, I've been talking, but not like I normally do. And it just adds so much time filming. So going live is so much easier. I think I said that because I don't even know. Never mind. Whatever. We'll call it low blood sugar. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so we can. I'm gonna lay both my exteriors together now that they're complete. Do one at a time because my table's not big enough. I'm going to be very careful and line up my side seams first when I clip. And then clip all around, and I need to clip out my bottom corners to create the box bottom. All right, cut out our bottoms now. I designed the white Taisteal to have a wider bottom. But this pattern is cool because you could certainly take the tall Taisteal design and give it a wider bottom, and that would change the whole look of the bag. And same thing with the wide. Oops. Just get crazy with it. All right, where do my scissors go again? There. Apologize to all your dogs. I will say, when you're making this as a one-off bag and you're not making double and you're not doing a live, this bag comes together pretty quick. So I definitely didn't reinvent the wheel here. I think the biggest part that's kind of new is the way I did my recessed slip pocket, and then I added the rolled handles. I'd say those two probably take the most time, but it's a pretty quick sew. And I feel like the tall is a little easier because it's not as cumbersome and it's not as hard to maneuver when you're moving it around your machine. Okay, we can stitch these. Then after this, I'm going to go and cook dinner. My nose rings just got set together. What craft or trade does your husband do? Brooke, my husband is a tattoo artist. So he is doing a tattoo right now, but he'll be home very soon. Let's see, Jackie. Okay, there. Did that one. Sheila, I did HelloFresh for a while. That's when I discovered the za'atar seasoning with. Ooh, that sounds really good. I'm never inspired to cook these days. I feel you, Pam. Your hair is beautiful. It's gotten so long. Thank you. I'm digging the green, but now it's crazy how it seems like it's gotten really long, especially in this camera. I noticed that earlier. It seems super long. A couple years ago, you know, I had chopped it up to my chin, but yeah, it's grown a lot in the last couple of years. Which is just as well. I'm like at that weird in-between stage. I haven't had really long hair in a long time. Growing up, I always had super long hair, like down to my butt. Had dreadlocks for 10 years. They were down to my butt. This is the longest it's been in many, many years. And I'm fighting the urge not to cut it. Okay. Let's see here. That accent. I watched It's a Wonderful Life the other night. I'd never seen it before. And their accents in that movie is hilarious. They sound like they're all like toting machine guns and riding around in the 1920s robbing banks and stuff. Like, see? But yeah, I don't know. I didn't realize that movie had those accents, nor did I know that it was as problematic as it is. Oh. Okay, I'll do this. Make sure you don't fall over. Okay. Hi, Jackie. Have you rested after jumping over the fence? I was telling everybody earlier, Jaffa has recently discovered how to get over the fence, so he's been doing that. And it looks like his sister and her muddy paws jumped all over his back. He is muddy. Finally lost Bob in roulette. I knew it was going to happen eventually. Let's go in here. Hi, Clementine. Can I come and say hi? Oh, no. See if I can get it to bring her into focus. She's right in the doorway. Come here. There she is. You say hello? I don't know if y'all can remember the night that I brought her home, I did a live. And that was almost a year ago now. It's crazy how quick time has gone. I found her back in February. She's come a long way. She's still got some growing to do, but she's a good girl. She's wild, but she's a good girl. Oh, come on. What is going on? Let's try this again. Just gonna box these bottoms while I'm over here. Okay, one down. I ran out of bobbin thread again. I think this is the universe just telling me to call it a night. It's like the older I get, I really realize that when I get hungry or just like tired, everything fails. All systems are not go when I'm tired and hungry. But we can at least flip this one right side out and see what we got done tonight. All right. And Natalie, this may sound a bit dumb, but would you be willing to show how to use your templates? No, I can do that. Jade, I'm at a cut stage. I've been in ponytail for a year. Yeah, I always have my hair all the way up or all the way down. I have been trying to like curl it recently. In just everyday life, I don't really have a reason to curl it because I'm just here sewing. But yeah, so it's like long enough to where it gets stuck when I'm sleeping under me. And yeah, it's so hard to have long hair. I have a girlfriend who's like 9 months pregnant right now. She's got super long hair. And I just don't even know. Just the whole idea of having that long of hair and being that pregnant just sounds so overwhelming. So this is what the outside looks like. I still haven't cut open the pocket, but here we are pre-pocket being cut. Looks good. This is what the other one's going to look like, except the colors will be switched. So she's a little imagination on that one. We unclip these, and then I will show you how to use my zipper template. And mine is one of the original ones, so let me see if I have. I think I have one. Yeah. Okay, so this side of the template is the side that you attach to the other sides. The side that has the rivet guide is the side that you always use. But so if you have this, so this would be the left side. And then say you want to use the smallest one. You just take these guys. I don't know where you can see this. And then you just lay them like so. And then it does take a little bit of dexterity when you're getting used to using it for cutting around it. But what I do is I like to put almost like I'm playing the piano. So I just have my fingers kind of spread out along it. And if it's easier until you get the dexterity to cut with like a rotary blade around it, you could just use it to trace and use scissors to cut out. But yeah, I just kind of hold it and just very carefully cut out. And then what I do is I mark the inside. And then I don't use my rotary blade on the inside of it. I just use that inner dimension for the cut lines. But then, so if you're here and you decide like, oh, I need a bigger zipper instead of the smaller zipper, then you just get the bigger piece and switch it out. Like so. And then the rivet guide here is for double rivets on a 1-inch strap and then double rivets on a 1.5-inch strap. And they're both a 1/4 inch in from either side so that they're centered. Sorry, having some gastrointestinal issues here, burping. But yeah, so that is how you use it. And then I have them put holes in them. So like they fit back here on my pegboards, they hang, which all of my templates from here forward will have hang holes in them. That's something new that is being incorporated. Then the other thing is I might get, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Off the Wall Quilting. That's who makes my templates for me. And they just came out with a patented ruler design where the back is grippy. So I'm considering having that added to all of these, especially these guys, because they can be a bit wobbly to use because, you know, it's only a 1/2 inch wide. So it can be a little wonky to use. But I'm thinking about getting the no slip grip added to the back of these. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do it to all of my pattern templates or what, because that's just going to make the price go up in general. So I'm just trying to weigh the pros and cons about all that now. But actually, now that I talk through it, I do think that getting the no slip grip on the back of these would be really helpful. Okay, Jade, all the puppy. Yeah. Yeah, Pam, she's an old lady now. Old Clemmy. Brooke, we are in PA now. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Pam, I want to thank you for doing the 12 days of Christmas. It was really fun. I learned a lot. I made about $35 selling bookmarks. Really? How much are you selling them for? It was a gift for this girl. She has no coos, that one. Just showing it all. Jade said, that's how I feel sometimes when the universe says stop, I try to listen. Yeah, I know. Well, if it wasn't time for dinner, I would probably push it and then I would just piss myself off. So Pam, $3. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't put them out on my table yet, but the bookmarks, you know, it's that good price item. People like to just spend a couple dollars. And I feel like they'd be really popular with kids, honestly, because gosh, when I was a kid, I was a total bookworm. Okay, so I'll film the unboxing. I'll try to get it out to you tomorrow. No promises on that. And then depending on what time I start sewing tomorrow, I might go live and then we can finish the bags, hopefully, finish the bags tomorrow and go from there. Yes, the zipper overlay is out of stock. This is actually just found, so I have one left. I will update it. I'll update the listing to my one left, but I was saying earlier, I have them on order here. I'm waiting for them to arrive. And if you sign up for out of stock email notifications, then you will get an email when it's back in stock. Ooh, I don't know if I should just put one. It might just piss a lot of people off. I'm just going to hold on to this one until the other ones come in. But yeah, sign up for the email out of stock notification or in stock notification, and then it will tell you when it arrives. But I think that's it, guys. I'm going to run, go feed the dogs, go feed myself, and yeah, I really appreciate y'all being here. It was fun to be live. It's weird being live again. I took all of November off of filming for YouTube and just focused exclusively on Patreon. And so I'm really happy that you guys enjoy the 12 days of Christmas. I sincerely appreciate you being here and hanging out and talking, you know, chatting with me. So it's not just me talking. Well, it is always me just talking, but you give me stuff to talk about. But yeah, I really appreciate you being here. If I don't go live tomorrow, then I hope all of you are having a great Hanukkah and have a Merry Christmas, and then Kwanzaa after that. I will be around somewhere, and I'll be back at some time. That's about all I can give you. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out tonight, and I will see you next time. I just have to figure out how to turn this off. Oh, here we go. All right, bye, guys. Oh, it's not going to. Okay, there we go.